This Florida city is crashing and it's time to buy. Listen, Florida's real estate market is wild right now. One city is still red hot, homes are selling in days, and buyers are jumping in. But less than 2 hours down the road, it's a totally different story. That market is crashing hard. We're talking over a 30% increase in inventory from just a year ago. It might be the biggest loser in the entire state. You'd think everybody would be running from it, but investors, they're raising $250 million to scoop up everything they can. It makes no sense, right? But there's actually a strategy behind it. In this video, I'm going to show you the hottest and coldest real estate market in Florida right now. Why big money is pouring into a major city most buyers have totally given up on. And I'll give you my #1 tip to buy a Florida home cheap right now. Let's jump in. So the hottest market in all of Florida is Palm Beach. It's on fire right now. While the rest of Florida's real estate market is slowing down, Palm Beach is heating up like it's not even part of the same state. According to Globally News, in the first quarter of 2025, home sales in the town of Palm Beach jumped 63.2% compared to last year. That's a big leap, especially when other cities are seeing homes just sitting there. Now get this, the median sale price was $13.95 million. And that's not a typo, that's the middle price. It gets crazier. In the top 10% of the market, homes are now selling for a median price of $23.75 million, which is up almost 71% in just 1 year. And nearly all of these deals paid in straight up cash. Yeah, people are walking around dropping $20 million in cash on a house like it's no big deal. That's wild, right? So why is Palm Beach crushing it while other places are cooling off? A lot of people think it's the Trump bump. After the 2024 election, homes near Mar-a-Lago started getting scooped up quick. And you've seen it, Mar-a-Lago's in the news every single day. Rich buyers are leaving places like New York and California, and they're coming to Florida where they feel like they got more freedom and better weather. And Palm Beach is about as high-end as it gets. Now look, I already know what you're thinking. Grant, I can't afford a $20 million house. Well, me neither, so don't worry, we're in the same boat. But the point is, this shows Florida is still highly desirable. The people who could literally live anywhere, they're choosing Florida. Even with insurance costs, even with property taxes, they're not running away, they're running to it. So next time somebody tells you everyone's leaving Florida, just remember, Palm Beach is breaking records and rich buyers are still showing up with briefcases full of cash. If this state sucked, rich people definitely wouldn't be moving here. So Florida's still got it, baby. Don't let the news talk you out of paradise. All right, now let's flip the script and head south to Miami. This market, it's cooling off fast. According to the Miami Association of Realtors, the number of single-family homes for sale in Miami-Dade shot up 32% year over year, from about 3,895 homes in February of 2024 to 5,140 in February of 2025. That's a big jump. And that's just single-family homes. If you add in condos and townhomes, the total number of listings hit 9,775 in April. That's up 9.2% in just 1 month. So yeah, homes are piling up like leftovers in the back of the fridge. They're not moving, and it's starting to stink a little bit. Now you might think, well, if inventory's rising, prices must be crashing, right? Not yet. The median sales price in Miami is still $675,000, which is actually up 4.7% from last year. But don't let that fool you. What's really changing is how long it takes to sell. Last year, homes sat on the market for about 73 days. Now, it's up to 92 days. That's almost a full month longer just to find a buyer. So what's going on? There's a few things. First, insurance costs are insane, especially for older homes or condos. Then, throw in high interest rates, which are pushing monthly payments out of reach for a lot of buyers. And let's not forget the whole condo crisis. Thanks to new inspection laws and big hikes in HOA fees, buyers are nervous. They don't want to walk into a money pit. And here's something else you might not expect. Sellers aren't slashing their prices right away. You'd think with homes sitting longer and buyers backing off, they'd start listing lower just to move the property, but they're not. Why? Because deep down, they still believe Florida real estate is gold. They've seen the market bounce back before, and they're betting it'll do it again. A lot of these sellers don't want to leave money on the table, so they're holding out, hoping things turn around instead of taking a big loss up front. Bottom line, Miami's market is bloated. Too many listings, not enough buyers, and sellers stuck in the middle, hoping someone shows up. But here's the absolutely crazy part. Just when you think nobody in their right mind would touch Miami real estate, investors are diving in head first. Two big players, Moderno Capital and Gaia Real Estate, just teamed up and launched a fund with plans to buy up to $250 million worth of single-family homes in South Florida. That's not some weekend investor looking to flip a duplex. That's serious cash. They're not even pretending it's a normal market. They straight up call it opportunistic. The translation? They know the market's in trouble and they smell a deal. They're looking for distressed homes, places where the owners can't keep up with the taxes, sky-high insurance, or their mortgage. They're also going after homes that might need some repairs, nothing major, just the kind of stuff most average buyers don't want to deal with. A busted AC, an outdated kitchen, maybe a roof that's got a couple of good years left. Their plan is simple. Buy low, fix them up, rent them out, and wait. They're not looking to flip fast. These guys are playing the long game. They want to hold onto these properties until the market turns back around, which they clearly believe it's going to. And come on, $250 million? That's Wall Street money, man. These aren't amateurs throwing darts at Zillow listings. They got spreadsheets, analysts, and probably some dude named Poindexter in a suit telling them where to buy. Point is, they're not guessing. They've done the math and they believe they can make a killing by scooping up homes while everybody else is running away. You don't spend $250 million on Florida real estate unless you're pretty damn confident it's coming back. And that tells us a lot about how they see the future of Miami. All right, so if Miami's real estate market is cooling off and homes are sitting longer, why the heck are these investors dumping millions into it? It's simple. They're not looking at today's mess. They're looking at where things are headed in 5 or 10 years. Investors don't get spooked by headlines like inventory's up or homes are sitting. They know that's just short-term noise. Miami still has everything going for it. You got the weather, you got the beaches, it's a global city. People from all over the world want to be there, whether it's for lifestyle, business, or tax reasons. Even with insurance problems and interest rates through the roof, Miami still pulls in people who can afford it. And the second interest rates come back down, and they will, buyer demand is going to roar back. So these investors, they're buying while everybody else is nervous. They're scooping up homes that might have been listed at $1 million 2 years ago and are now selling for $850,000, maybe less. That's a discount, especially if you're planning to hold on to it long term. Because here's the other thing, rents in Miami are still strong. People can't afford to buy, so they're renting. That means these investors can sit on these houses, let the tenants pay the mortgage, and just wait for the market to bounce back. It's not rocket science, it's just smart timing. They're not trying to buy at the peak or sell at the perfect moment. They're buying when everyone else is scared. Like Warren Buffett says, be greedy when others are fearful. And right now, fear is everywhere. That's exactly when the smart money moves in. So now you're probably wondering, all right, Grant, should I buy right now or wait it out? Well, here's my advice. First off, if you're broke, don't move to Florida right now. I'm just being honest. It's still expensive. Insurance is high, property taxes aren't cheap, and unless you got some wiggle room in your budget, Florida can eat you alive. Now, if you already live here and you locked in one of those sweet 3% interest rates a few years ago, stay put. Don't let FOMO talk you into selling your house and buying another one at 6%, where your monthly payment jumps over 40%. You've already won, ride it out. But if you're a first-time buyer or you've got enough cash that you can make the move to Florida and higher interest rates aren't gonna crush your budget, then this market's got some serious opportunities. You just need to go in smart. Step 1, get a rock star realtor, not your sister's cousin's best friend's nephew who just got their license last week. I mean, someone who actually sells a lot of homes, knows how to negotiate, and isn't afraid to make an aggressive offer. And step 2 is my #1 tip for buying a home cheap in this market. Have your realtor set you up on a 30 days on-market search. That's the sweet spot. Once a listing's been sitting for about a month, most sellers start getting nervous. They're thinking about price cuts, or better yet, they're finally open to taking a lower offer just to get it sold. Nobody wants to be the guy whose house has been sitting for 90 days with zero interest. So with this setup, you'll get an email with every property that's been on the market for 30 days and might be ready to deal. That's when you start walking houses and throwing out below asking offers. And right now, we're in a buyer's market. That means you're the one holding all the power, and you're not competing with 10 other offers. In most cases, you might be the only one making an offer, and that puts you in the driver's seat. Sellers are way more open to negotiating, giving credits, or dropping the price just to get the deal done. So it's actually a great time to be a buyer if you're ready and make smart moves. Now, if you plan on living in the house for the next 10 years or more, I don't think you can go wrong buying now. Florida's still one of the most desirable places in the country. And yeah, we got some stuff to figure out, like insurance and taxes, but we will. In long term, this place still wins. And here's the mindset you gotta have. Stop trying to time the bottom of the market. The smart money works with what they've got. If rates drop later, cool. You refinance and save a ton of cash. But that shouldn't be your whole plan. That should just be the icing on the cake. The problem is, you got realtors out here hyping people up, telling them to buy more house than they can afford, and just refinance next year when the rates come down. That's reckless. If you're stretched thin hoping rates go down, you're setting yourself up for complete failure. And if that's the kind of advice you're getting, get a new realtor, buy a home that works for your life today. And listen, real estate in Florida isn't hot everywhere anymore, but here's what matters. Even in the cold markets, smart investors are still buying. Why? Because they're not panicking. They got a plan. They know this place always bounces back. Because let's be real, Florida is still paradise. You can't beat the lifestyle here. I mean, I'm out playing pickleball in the afternoon, meeting new friends, and I'm surrounded by people who are healthy, active, and enjoying life. The sunshine, the beaches, the energy, it's all still here. And people are still moving here because of it. So while everybody else is reading headlines and freaking out, just remember, this is still the best place in the country to live. You just gotta be smart about how you do it. And here's something most people don't know in Florida, but everybody should. Click here to learn why you should never renovate your Florida home. This one mistake added an extra $76,000 a year to this couple's expenses. This is one you don't want to miss. Click here and I'll see you there.